What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys haven't already been here, just start the video off because I know it's probably going to be at least a decent informational video. Go ahead and click the like button and subscribe for the whole YouTube algorithm and everything. But without further ado, we're going to kind of get into the gist of today's video, which is this car right behind me. So voila, very basic, but still was a fun project for me. Isn't done yet, which is actually what we're going to discuss today. So as many of you know, if you're following along with this build, it is obviously a vehicle that I haven't had running in many months, actually many years. If you know me personally, you obviously know I beat on my vehicles and everything, but I try to take care of them. Well, either way, long story short, this one unfortunately ran into some issues. Basically, when I bought it, I didn't know enough information about it, and the pistons on these are junk. So a little bit of backstory for that is that in 2007, which is what year this Mini Cooper is, they switched the Mini Cooper S, as you can see right here. Basically they switched that so that it, instead of being a supercharged motor, which everyone obviously knows Mini for if you know the sportier model of Mini, but in 2007, halfway through or whatever, however they, car manufacturers switch it out, they decided to slap a turbo in this. So if I go ahead and pop the hood, which I have to unlock the vehicle, but if I pop the hood for you, I can show you guys this wonderful thing. Dash is inside of this car is pretty interesting, but either way, so if I go ahead and pop this hood, right here is a little turbocharger. It's nice and cute, nice and small. I don't know what it tops out for boost, but right now it's running about 16-17 pounds boost in sport mode when I really get on it. But this is an N14 motor. They make one for the Cummins, or I should say Dodge. I don't know if it's a Cummins motor, but the Dodges, obviously that's a little bit of a different motor. This is a straight 4-cylinder inline 4. These are known for making good power in any other car. The designs are all kind of the same, but in this car they use shitty pistons and a couple other bad designs, and essentially what happened was I blew up the car. So this was, I think, motor 2, technically motor 3 because I redid it, but I blew the motor the first time, I think it was close to 5 years ago, literally 24 hours or less than 12 hours after I bought the car. So then we went out, we bought a new motor, and we did everything like that. We swapped it over, got it running again, cool dandy. It was just a direct, junkyard motor that we just swapped into the car and said, cool, okay. Ran fine. Obviously I still beat the hell out of it. I was racing all of my friends. This car was actually pretty quick. Back in the day, it literally only had, well, it's always had the blow off valve. It had the intake. The turbocharger is a little bit bigger than factory, not much, nothing to really tell anybody about, but obviously I put the wheels on it. But anything that did add horsepower, I don't know how much I had done back then, but I'm pretty sure I had exhaust, intake, blow off valve, no tune, because I really didn't mess with anything that has a tune. I do have a catless downpipe for it. I'm not going to throw that on. We'll sell that with the car, but it was keeping up / beating cars like this. So if my friend Brian is watching this video, which he, I believe, is subscribed to my channel, but he used to have a white Subaru WRX that was 2019. That car was awesome, and I'm sorry that you lost it, bud. But either way, he had a, I think it was like 350 horsepower Subaru, which makes almost 100 horsepower more than what this makes, and this car was side by side with it. We actually have a video of this car pretty much where it is. I think it's like 150, 180 wheel horsepower, literally side by side with that car. No problem. It was fun as hell. I enjoyed this car. Then obviously I blew it up for the second time, and there it just sat. It literally actually sat right back there, and well, literally sat there for I think 3 years. Everyone was making fun of me for it. Everyone said it was never going to run again. And then basically coming up to today, as you guys know, it runs now, has an 800 horsepower rated forged internal motor. I'll probably do a breakdown video of that one of these days if anyone wants it. But essentially where we come to today is the car's obviously running. We have just about 500 miles on it. I'm going to drive a little bit more and hit 500 mile mark, then I have to do an oil change and some of the other routine maintenance, but essentially has 500 miles on it. So what we're gonna go ahead and talk to today is everything that's left to fix on it. Obviously, if you guys, like I said, watching any of the videos or the series or whatever you want to call it, you'll know that I said I was gonna sell this car once I fixed it. It's not really my type. I mean, personally, kind of think the Mini Cooper's gay now that I look back at it, but I bought it, I'm stuck with it until I sell it. So we're gonna just make it as good of a car as we can, and then hopefully we can get as top dollar and then move into the next platform, which I already have the idea of, but that's a secret for you guys. So let's just jump right into it. First of all, the body is almost immaculate. We live in Wisconsin, so if you know anything, we have rust. The truck is a perfect example. It's, you know, rockers and cab corners are gone. Both my cars rarely ever see snow, or I should say driven in snow, because we have salt around here. That car's been driven in the snow like twice or three times, but I wash it as good as I can. But going back to this vehicle, obviously it's dirty, excuse that, but we'll jump right into the issues. So first one is right here. We have a nice, well, that picks up on camera, right there. It's kind of like an indent slash scratch mark. I'm not really sure what's going on with it, but that obviously has to be fixed up. We have a bunch of little paint chips, some pretty big paint chips down there. As you can kind of see, the hood's peppered with a bunch of paint chips. You know, some of the smaller stuff you wouldn't really see or care about. That little piece is missing. I'm pretty sure you have to get a whole new trim piece, so if I will, I'll get it in black. And then, you know, these are all the little, some of these are little things, some of these are big things. Obviously, the mark on the door, no one's probably gonna notice, but you might be able to see it from here better. I'm not sure, but there's a bunch of waves in that door. So that door has to be completely PDR'd, which is paintless dent repaired, because I don't want to paint the car anymore. Already had the whole front end painted once. And then obviously we have to get a new piece of this, because I was pressure washing this car to clean it off and that popped off. Might be able to epoxy it, we'll see. I was gonna do some stuff to it. Rear bumper has a little mark right there, but you know, again, some of these are small things. Now moving into the bigger things is the stuff that I'll be making videos on us fixing. Unfortunately not today, because I have some shop work to do, but oh, the dog's in here now. I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys down right there. This car has been super reliable and it's been super nice. Like I said, almost 500 miles on it, and it's only started up weird a couple times. Runs like a champ. Alright, so inside the car, there's not too much going on. We have that little symbol, we have that symbol, we have a couple symbols in there. Not really a big deal. Yes, it has higher mileage and I'd like it has 130. I bought the car with like 100,000 or something. So we'll go right here. We have the airbag light on right there and right there, and then we have this light on, which that is, you know, TPMS, low tire, stuff like that. But airbag light on is actually for the seat occupancy sensor right here. So I was gonna put racing seats in here, and you know, obviously when you go to put racing seats in, you have to undo everything from this seat to be able to take it out. Well, I did that without disconnecting the battery, and it broke. Well, I shouldn't say it broke. I don't really know what happened. Either way, ever since then, the airbag light has been on. And when I looked it up, someone said that you're supposed to undo the battery every time you mess with electrical, especially in like these BMW Mini Coopers. Yes, BMW does own these, so does Rolls-Royce, a bunch of other companies. But essentially, this is a BMW car, so if anyone knows about BMWs, they are a pain in the ass to work on. Hence why the, you know, engine bay looks like it does. And then this one is also related to, I'll see if I can get it to go on right there. So it says, we'll switch back to it hopefully, low tire. Well, I've obviously been driving this around for, you know, what is it, 449.8, it's almost 450 miles. Obviously I'm 50 miles close to the oil change that's due, but either way, you know, I obviously went through and have the car obviously the car runs and drives, so obviously none of the tires are low, because obviously all of these tires are inflated. So what that means is there are tire pressure monitor sensors, which TPMS sensors for short, You'll hear me probably call them TPMS sensors a lot, both in here and at our business. But basically those only last for about 5 years, and so this car has been with me for around 5 years, not sure exactly. Those wheels have probably been on the car for 4, and it didn't run for, like I said, 3 years for sure. So one of two options with that is either A, it sat so long that somehow they just stopped reading and I have to just go back and reprogram / re-remind the car that they're there, or 2, I have to debead all these tires and have to put brand new TPMS sensors in, which is like, I don't know, 150 up to like 400 bucks. They can be, some of them, the really high-end ones, can be like 100 bucks a piece. We'll see what happens with that. Hopefully it's just needing to be reprogrammed, but knowing my luck, it probably isn't. So that's where we sit right now. Interior is pretty much where we have the most issues, because we have to take apart that one seat, the passenger side seat, and put a new seat sensor in there. I did order it, I have it at the shop. I just have to take the time to do it, and I don't really like doing with upholstery. That's why I sent the skin of the roof of that one, headliner, to the upholstery shop. I was gonna send this one out, but honestly I want to stick as little more money into this as I already can, because I am over 18 grand into a vehicle that's worth like 4 at the best. I'm hoping to get a little bit more than that. Obviously it's a very mint car, has higher miles, but technically the miles are also lower because I replaced a bunch of stuff. We have aftermarket suspension on here, and we have some aftermarket control arms in the back. But either way, that's what I'm hoping to do, is be able to get some, oh crap, bugs. I mean, I'm trying to obviously get the most amount of money I can to go into the next project for the channel, which again, not gonna let you guys know. But either way, that is kind of the quick update on that. Still needs a decent amount of work. You guys will probably still see it on the channel a few times. I like the car, it's cool. I'm glad I got to mess with it, but I hate the car now. It's weird. It's not my style anymore. I had fun with it. I would probably have fun with it if I redid the suspension, because the suspension right now, pretty sure the shocks are blown out, because every time you hit a bump, you like slam yourself into the ground basically. So hopefully I can get that vehicle fixed. Actually, not hopefully, but we will get that vehicle fixed here shortly. And then I have to fix the Audi, which we have almost all the parts for. I have to just tear it apart and confirm that it is only a cylinder head. And then we can hop into the Subaru, which I have all the parts for. I just have to tune it, but my dad told me I had to get the Audi running before I get this thing running. So, or before I get this thing hopped up even more. Fair enough, whatever. Truck might be traded in, so that's a quick rundown on basically the update on the fleet. Having 4 vehicles and working like the new minimum wage kind of sucks, but either way, we're getting it done. Slow but steady progress. Working at the shop is just really busy and hectic. So without further ado, that's where we're standing. The Mini is almost done, and then it'll be up for sale. And then we'll go on with the rest of the vehicles. Just in case anyone sees this and maybe wants to buy it or something, this vehicle gets 45 miles per gallon if you drive it nicely. I mix driving hard and driving nice, so it gets like 25-30 miles per gallon. But the second you floor it, it's super fun, shocks the crap out of people. I've raced diesel trucks in it and everything. Super fun car, just too small and not my style anymore. So yeah, hopefully this video isn't too boring. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. But either way, that is where we sit. Like I said, for like the 4th time, the Mini is almost done, and then new vehicle on the channel, Audi updates and everything else comes soon. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys want to see more of all of these vehicles, get more in depth on what people normally don't show you, of working on cars, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, and the more this channel grows, the more I'll know to keep making content and making content you guys enjoy. So hopefully I see you guys in the next video. Take care, peace out, enjoy your day. Hopefully you learned something. Take care, guys.